don't want a man that cries on the air. Okay.
What?
But anywho, you want a man because it shows his back to that vulnerability.
Right.
And at the same time, we were talking about how we do the group coaching. That's a shameless plug. So, and I was sharing with him how I think it should be a group coaching. I said, we need to do something for the men and not men talking at each other, but talking to each other and helping each other out. Because we as sisters, man, we'll talk in a minute. We will talk. We'll go from talking about shoes to talking about relationships to talking about the kids to talking about the news. We'll do that. And society says to men, no. And unfortunately, I've seen fathers teach their sons don't cry.
Right.
Sons will then grow up and teach their sons, you can't have a conversation with the woman. And then it's all kind of stuff. It twists it up. But at the end of the day, when you have that relationship where, again, going back to two brothers, y'all cool, y'all having a conversation, y'all can go out to breakfast, y'all can go to the football game, and various things that you can do just being men. You don't got to be daddy right now. You ain't got to be husband right now. You ain't got to be somebody's bae at that time. You are just who you are. And at the same time, have that level of acceptance with each other.
Right. Well, in all scenarios, right, doesn't matter whether it's with the brothers or the sisters. Again, one of the expectations that we need to get rid of is the judgment thing. Right. Because I think that's one of the things that we do and why we tend not to engage one another as men, as brothers, because there's always that fear that I'm going to be judged. And through that judgment, I don't know if they're gonna be able to handle me at this level, and I don't want the appearance to be given that I'm weak, that I don't have my game together, that I'm not on top of the bar, that I'm not running at the front of the herd. Well, guess what? For real, leaders don't always run from the front.
Right.
No, they don't.
Okay. Right. Leaders run with the pack.
Right.
That's right.
Okay. And sometimes they run from the back because you need to know where your people are at.
You can see.
I can see what's going on. I don't have to be. See, like when I go out and I'm taking my team out in the field and we out in the park and we doing a trail, I don't walk in front of them. I walk in the back.
That's right.
Because I want to see what's going on.
Right.
If something gets missed, I'm called, hey, y'all need to slow down because y'all missing this.
That's
Right. You need to get that. And so. But that's a learned experience. Okay, I had to learn how to do that because when I first went into management, the first opportunity I had, I tried to lead from the front, and it wasn't successful.
Right.
I got chewed up and spit out because of what I tried to do because I didn't know better. And the other side of that is because I was not willing to be coached.
Right.
Yeah.
Goes back to that.
And I do think that there's something else that's missed too. That as soon as you show you're not vulnerable, but as soon as you put something else out there, some information like you're trying to get ahead, we're also fearful that someone's going to take our idea and run with it.
True.
Or do something else.
Yep.
You get what I mean? So sometimes we don't want to also see our brother become better than us. I think that's the other issue.
But that goes back to, again, that a confidence thing and knowing who you are. Because at the end of the day, if DJ talked about his book, it's not completely out yet, but say if somebody else has something similar to that, DJ's not going to be like, oh, excuse me, how can they take my book? No, first of all, we're firm believers that what God has for you is for you.
Right.
If God wanted him to have DJ have it to have exclusively, then he'll have it exclusively. We have to get out of that mindset of not being able to share. Let me tell you something. If somebody wants me to help them, and I've done it, listen, I'll help you if I can. I'll give you tidbits. I'll give you, all right, this is how I did my book. Whatever I can do.
Right.
I am not going to be like a little crab and say, I don't want you to pass me. First of all, that's selfish. Number two, if I really believe like I do believe, then my actions will come through. So if I'm saying, I believe God, then I believe God.
Right.
If he has it for me, then he has it for me. I'm not going to worry about somebody trying to take my idea. No. Yep, I wrote a book. Yep, we had a magazine. Yes, we do coaching and all the other stuff that we're doing. But if somebody opens up a company right next door to us, praise God. You need help?
Right.
You got some snacks for me when I come visit you?
Yeah,
but at the end of the day,
okay?
that's a
right,
prerequisite.
right,
you
right.
know.
Yeah,
You
right,
know.
yeah, I know,
But
I
at
know.
the end of the day, I'm confident in myself and what I have, that I don't have to worry about nobody else taking what I have. Because if you take it, it wasn't for me to have. And I
Right.
think that's we don't understand the fact that, again, if you don't have it, you're not supposed to have it. If you have it, you're supposed to have it when
Right.
you're supposed to have it.
Right.
It's simple as that.
And you're correct. A lot of people do not believe that. A lot of people think that's why a lot of people take because if you have it, I want it. You know, so
Right.
they develop that type of mentality that I'm going to take it because you already worked for it, so I ain't got to work for it. You know, and you are correct. You have your past defines your future. So you have a lot of people that go through a lot of things in their life, whereas though that all they can see is bad. So when something good is there, and they might have good in their life, but because they only see the bad, the bad overrides the good, and they don't allow the good to take the time to work itself through.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, but listening to you guys, like I can listen to you guys all day, all night, you know, because you guys are really on the similar pages that me and Reese are on. And
Yeah.
me in particular, you know.
So I just want my listeners to know that they have been my coach for a long time.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right.
You know,
I can hear listening to them now and listening to you when we talk, because we talk. You know, we talk. And then there's a 10 years age difference between me and Reese.
Right.
Okay.
So, and then you would think that would, you know, throw things off or whatnot. But it's just that just because a person is older than you or younger than you, when you have the similarities, we both come from the streets. We both come from the hood. We both come from Philadelphia. You know, we both come from somewhat broken homes. We both been through different things that we've been through.
Right.
Mine's a little more, not traumatical, but the experiences that I may have had, he may have experienced it through a relative, but he experienced it, you know, so he understands where I'm coming from, from that other point of view.
Absolutely.
You know? So I'm leading the way. I do that because I'm so used, because usually I have the mic, we're right there. The
That's
mic is
okay.
always set
Right.
for me. And then I always think my voice is deep enough to carry everything. So. But it's beautiful, and I tell him this all the time. I'm so glad that me and him, we're neighbors.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that he's in my life, you know,
Yes.
because like I'm 52. I'll be 53 in November.
You're a baby.
Yeah, they keep saying
November what?
15th.
Okay, 12th,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, there we go. Scorpio. That's why I like you so much, my man.
Bam.
I knew it.
Yep.
I knew it. As soon as I seen you, I said, "There's something about this guy.
Something about
There's
him.
something about him." You was hiding that stinger.
Yeah, right.
I was too. But
That's something I keep that hidden.
that's right. That's right. It
That
only
is
comes
funny.
out. Only comes out when necessary. That's right. But going through what we've been through in this neighborhood, and coming from where I came from and where he came from, you know, like I say, it's a beautiful thing. It's really, it is really beautiful
Yes.
to get to this point in our lives, you know, and we're going to continue to grow that,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and share that with everybody around, you know.
Yeah.
But I ramble.
That's all right. Go ahead.
that's good.
That's what we hear. That's what we hear.
so you know, we just want our listeners to know that we really appreciate y'all. It's almost it's that time to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know, but we will definitely have my brother and sister,
Of course.
back on
Yes.
more than once. You would
Amen.
definitely be on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, can I talk about my book real quick?
Oh yeah, you can.
Sure.
Share the thing.
So the
Share
book
thing.
is called "You Are Enough: Keeping It 100 with Yourself 2.0."
You know, we need to change the spelling on that because, you know, it's actually keeping it 100 with yourself. So we're going to have to actually spell that out. So it's 100.
It's 100. I'm
You know,
representing
Yeah.
my.
HUN URT.
Anyway,
You
so
are D.
it's keeping it
100.
anyways, keeping it 100 with yourself 2.0, and it's a book that tells you basically no matter what you've been through, those
Right.
negative things, the because you mentioned it earlier, Arnold, the challenges, the perceived failures, the perceived failures,
Right.
because
Say that
those
again.
come on now,
Come on now.
the perceived failures, the The perceived failures. And I say perceived failures because those were just opportunities for learning, for growth.
Right. Yep.
And so it basically says those don't define you. You are greater than that.
That's right.
You're more than enough.
Right.
And so in the book, I give some of my own journey, which I didn't want to do in the beginning. But if you want to hear more about it, then you can go to Amazon.com.
What?
Amazon.com. Or if you're in the Delaware area, you can go to New Destiny Christian Church on East 12th Street. Yes, East 12th Street, Wilmington. All these numbers. And you can purchase the book.
Okay.
Okay.
Does Major have it yet?
No, Major
Okay.
doesn't
We're
have
working
it.
on that.
And also, if you want more information about what we do, you can send an email to info@div. I'm getting all my emails, addresses mixed up. info@brideconsult.com. BRYCONSULT.com. So if you want to hear about group coaching, if you want to hear about the book, send it there.
Or you can go to the website.
Oh, you can go to the website.
Which is?
Bride Consult, BRYCONSULT. Follow us. Lisa,
.com.
the speaker, on Instagram,
There you
Twitter, Facebook, Ellen Bride Consulting.
DJ, are you on any type of social media or anything?
I am, but I'm backdropping because again, I'm that behind the scenes guy. I haven't
Right.
pushed this out. I've been in support mode, making sure that she gets where she needs to go.
Right.
Because once that gets established, then then I can go ahead and jump out. So but if info, you can reach us at info@Bride Consult. I'll be there. Now both of us have our own email addresses at Bride
Right.
Consult. She's Lisa.
Okay.
I'm DJ, of course, at brideconsult.com. But yeah, thank you guys for the invitation, man. We
course.
appreciate
Thank
coming out
you.
today, man.
Thank
It's been great, man. It's been
I
great.
enjoyed it.
Of course, it's always great seeing you again.
Of
I
course,
know.
of course, of
And
course.
pleasure meeting you, my brother.
Yes.
Likewise.
Yes.
And real quick, I just want to say this one thing. You guys, I like, especially with what you're doing, DJ. You don't find a lot of men will take time out to put something on hold that they're doing to allow their wife to to further her career.
I am blessed.
So and I hope a lot of men out there and a lot of women are listening to that because sometimes you have to recognize that certain things need to be done first, put your priorities in perspective,
Right.
and allow certain things to go. Because if you allow God to work through you the way He needs to work through you, and allow things to happen, then everything's going to happen the way you want it to happen.
Yeah.
Well, not the way you want it to happen, but the way He wanted it to
needs it
happen.
to happen.
and
Right,
it
right.
needs to
You better
happen.
preach. Where's my offering at?
Yeah, right.
Pass the basket.
And one other thing, and don't take this the wrong way, 'cause I think it's a
No.
good compliment. You guys really remind me of the Mans. David and tonight.
Well,
Well, that's a switch because over the years we've been
That's our
probably
singing
because
side.
our singing side. We've been Peaches and Herb
Uh-huh.
of gospel,
Ashford and Simpson.
Ashford and Simpson of gospel.
But he said the man.
the
So
man.
he's speaking it. You
So
know
he's
what?
speaking about
I
the-
just
the-
no.
the-
He's speaking it into
David and
existence.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No, I
Yes,
got you.
that's what
I
we
got
know.
you.
right.
Yeah.
He's prophesying.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's the word. We got that. That's
Well,
received.
Well, but here's the thing, though. Y'all already had a TV show. They just getting theirs.
Exactly.
Well, that's true too.
Let me drop this mic.
No, don't do it. You'll break it. Don't be fooled by the TV shows and the movie.
Yeah, right. But we really thank y'all. I appreciate y'all
Thank
being
you.
here.
Yeah.
And most definitely make sure you follow Lisa, the speaker, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yep.
And make sure you find her book on Amazon right now.
That's right.
Right
Got
now.
mine.
Yeah.
You got yours.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I guarantee that if you hit her up, she'll probably sign your book for you.
Yes, I
She'll
will.
come and find you.
So well.
Well, she's going to sign mine as soon as we're done here.
Yes, I will.
All right, y'all. So
Love y'all.
this is
Appreciate you.
Reese.
And Arnold.
And thank you for listening to the Neighbors Podcast.
Love y'all, man. Have a blessed week, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
You are the agent and we look for change. You conquered the pressure and you did not fall, but you are a diamond and what's more than gold.